name's James Wolfe. I've been living in Hong Kong for maybe 18 years now, and I'm a sculptor. Originally, I was born in London, brought up just outside a place called Bedford. And then after a few years in London, I moved to Glasgow in Scotland, and I lived there for 12 years. And there was a very lively art scene there, just starting to discover itself. So that was a good time to be there. And then moved here in 2001. When we settled here properly, we were in Sheung Wan, and then we moved to Kennedy Town. And it was a bit more villagey then in Kennedy Town. It's quite nice, but there's a lot of building going on. But we'd always visited Cheung Chau and always felt an affection for the place because, I think it's got a charm of its own, and there's no cars, and it's still working. It's still a working place. Even though it's a holiday place, it's still got the fishing industries and the boat industries, and that gives it a sense of purpose and identity. I started off when I was studying sculpture, and I was doing traditional materials, like clay and wood and stone. And it's a very good thing to struggle with. But and the limitation of that is a good thing because you understand how to try and extract qualities from material and explore what the material has of its character. But since then I've diversified, because all materials have qualities and characters of their own. And even though I think that was a good discipline, if you think about you're working on a piece of stone for 4 months, it's a long time, and at the end, you are going to hope it's good because it's a lot of work. But and it's not always good, to be honest. But anyway, the discipline of understanding qualities and narratives that materials can offer is very interesting. And that's why I've sort of moved into different materials now. Like the pieces you see around me. I'm interested in the narratives, like I said, that materials have and bring with them before I encounter them. I quite like that because it allows the viewer to gain some sort of access. They'll know that there's been some, with the other piece, which we'll see later, which is using oil drums. Everyone recognizes an oil drum in this world and what it means and what it signifies, and they can read what they like into that. But the materials have a narrative and also a politic almost. SWAMP is an installation made from a lot of oil drums cut at different angles and placed in an environment, in a context, to appear like they're sinking into the concrete. It's sort of an illusion. It's almost like the viewer's slightly disorientated by it because they know what reality is. They know that concrete isn't liquid, and it's not a bog that's sucking this oil drum in. But at the same time, it looks like it is, and it's got this disorientating quality about it. And in a way, I suppose we're all aware of the environment at the moment. But it's quite difficult to make art about the environment without seeming self-righteous or patronizing. And I was trying to think about how you can sort of talk about it, but without, we're used to consuming things, throwing them away, and then they're out of sight, out of mind, so we don't think about them anymore. It's terrible what we're all doing what's happening to the world. We're doing it, of course, but we throw it away, and as soon as it's in the rubbish, it's not our problem, it's someone else's problem. And so I suppose I was interested in taking something like the oil drum, which is central to the global economy, and where everyone's using it, but no one actually sees the oil drum. They see the nice plastic products and the cars and the shiny things. And I suppose, well, I'll take the shiny oil drums and I'll put them up, and we can look at them. And so there's a way of discussing the environment, but also in this slightly, almost using the disorientation of a theme park technique or a shopping mall technique, where it slightly suspends reality. So you shop, or you think you're in Mickey Mouse's house or something like that. So the disorientation factor of it is almost like a kind of theme park. And there's a lot of this sort of these games being played in the world at the moment, and I suppose I'm trying to do something like that. Because of this situation now, it's stopped everything like the exhibition we're meant to be having, and I was hopefully going to have an exhibition in a space here, and possibly in Macau as well. That's all on hold, and so I think now's the time to develop work, to maybe write, and hopefully next year will be a bit more lively in that sort of way. I mean, I think these times are difficult, but they can be quite constructive. You can maybe think about things in a different way. I know when we're in difficult times, everything has a different significance. Maybe more significant. Things feel more significant now than they might have done 2 or 3 years ago, because of the way things are, and that can maybe add a charge to your work. So I think it's important that we all keep working on whatever we're doing, and hopefully find an outlet for it next year, probably.